Hi, my name is Cameron Young, and this is my interactive whiteboard lesson design. To create an interactive lesson within this lesson plan, I would have my students visit smartboard.com, where they will be able to type in the provided room code, where they can then follow along with the lesson on their own personal device. The application I have decided to use allows students to go up to the smartboard, if in a classroom, and write directly on the slides. But while online learning has taken over an in-class experience, the students can still access the writing feature through their devices to continue the theme of in-person learning. What's nice about this interactive web tool is students can access clickable links developed through PowerPoint, Keynote, or whatever tool an educator decides to use. The links will transfer correctly into the PowerPoint, allowing students to further their knowledge through educational resources. Furthering into the lesson, as you can see, I used the hyperlinking method to my students' advantage, where they can explore the various muckrakers' writing of the 1900s. While each book is individually linked for actively reading and or skimming abilities, students can refer to these slides in exploring more about the writings of the muckrakers. At this point in the lesson, I had my students take an assessment using a match 'em up game just to assess where their learning is. While the tool had many other gains, I chose to opt for a simple but effective method in order to avoid future confusion of definitions and cater to a higher level of learning. As the teacher could choose how many slides they want in between each review session and or assessment, here I chose to include 2 slides, which allows students to learn about the temperance and suffrage movements with clickable links to readings and videos. The next activity I chose showcases how diverse this application is and can cater to an array of different academic audiences. While this game is to be completed individually to test the student's knowledge of the recent reading, Speed Up allows for students to race in answering true or false questions with a time limit of 25 seconds. Answer correctly, the car moves faster, but answer incorrectly, the car slows down. This activity I chose for my students to complete is where they are instructed to fill in the blanks of sentences crafted by the teacher. Again, a simple method of learning, but very effective in understanding if the student processed the previous content correctly. Moving forward, many of the slides, as you may notice, contain hyperlinks to external resources for students to access for additional support in the content area, such as links to the 16th to 19th Amendments. And the last activity I chose for my students to take part in is just a multiple choice assessment testing their knowledge on the amendments reviewed throughout the lesson. Within this activity, other methods of questioning are available, such as true or false, drop-down menus, and short answer questions. Lastly, in my interactive whiteboard lesson, I have designed a 3-2-1 exit pass for the students to complete before finishing the lesson to further summarize and recap their overall learning.